The way most agents market homes is outdated and it's costing sellers tens of thousands of dollars. They throw your home online without a plan, no build-up, no buzz, and in this market, it's a recipe for leaving serious money on the table. But here's the real deal. Your home only gets one debut, and if you waste that moment with poor marketing or violate new MLS or Zillow rules, you could lose your shot at millions of buyers permanently. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it right and to get top dollar guaranteed and avoid your home being banned from millions of views on Zillow. And if you wait to the end, I'm going to go over the exact strategy step by step to make sure your realtor is doing you justice and your home justice before you go on the multiple listing. So before we dive into this coming soon pre-marketing strategy, we need to address what's the real major changes that have just hit the real estate industry in May 2025 that directly impact on how we implement this approach. Starting May this month, Zillow is the largest real estate platform in America. They started banning properties from their site. I couldn't believe it. For life, if it was marketed as coming soon but wasn't uploaded to the multiple listing within 24 hours of any public marketing. What does this mean? So it means if you put a coming soon sign on your lawn, or you post your home on social media, or even send some targeted emails without having your listing in the multiple listing within one business day, your property will never appear in Zillow, ever. Now this change implements the NAR, or National Association of Realtors, clear cooperation policy, which requires listing to be submitted into the multiple listing within 1 day of any public marketing. Got to go into multiple listing within 1 day of public marketing, okay? Now, while the NAR recently added some flexibility with delayed marketing exempt listings, Zillow has taken even a harder stance. So according to Zillow, if the listing is marketed directly to consumers without being listed in the multiple listing and made widely available where buyers search for homes, it will not be published on Zillow. They're not just talking about active listings, they're specifically stating the policy that applies to any status that includes the coming soon or the delayed marketing listings. Yeah, so if you're getting delayed marketing listing, what's that? Well, if you're getting your home on the market and so you're not ready for showings, I've got painting to do, Diana. I have stuff all over the place. I can't list my house right now. Well, great, there's a spot for you here. It's called delayed marketing listings. But you still need to let the public know that your home is going on the market if you do any public marketing. You can't just go out and say, my house is coming soon. You can do it, but the realtor can't. And this house is coming soon, but they're doing some painting. Well, it has to be in the multiple listing, okay? So why does this matter? Zillow really doesn't really care about much of anything but their pocketbook. But according to their research, sellers who didn't use a multiple listing received an average of $4,975,000 less for their homes, amounting to over $1 billion in lost value nationwide in the last couple of years. So, what does that mean to the coming soon strategy? Is it dead? No, it just means we need to do it right? Get it done right. Within these new guidelines, you got to make sure, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you today, what these are. So let's keep listening. Don't go away yet. Got lots more to do. This is very important. If you're going to be selling your home, a friend's home, a probate, whatever you're doing, this is important. So, what's the solution here? So, what exactly do we do with the coming soon listing status in today's market? Well, what do you do during that time frame? Well, it's still a pre-marketing strategy. Now, I've done pre-marketing for 30 years. I have the comingsoonlistings.com website. Coming Soon Listings, I've had this for 30 years. I've been doing coming soon for so long, and it's in my book, Home Selling Sharks. If you want to get a copy, it's up on Amazon. So all is the same. You pre-market your home, you announce it's going to be available before it's ready for showings. Home's coming on the market, great. Like a trailer for a movie, it's a trailer for your home, right? The difference now, it's timing. Now it's the timing of when you can do it and how to implement it. Very important. It's taking it to another level. And I've been doing this for years, but this is another level. Kind of what I've been doing for a while, but a little twist now. So my coming soon formula has always been, you can read that in my book, Home Selling Sharks. My formula is eyeballs, wherever it is, sign on the websites, wherever it is, plus you got to get those eyes to come in the door so you have foot traffic, gives you a home sold in a seller's market, 2 hours. In a buyer's market, 26 days. But it's more than the average guaranteed. More than the average guaranteed. Eyeballs. You got to get as many eyeballs on your home. So the difference now is this. I've updated my formula to eyeballs by giving me three ways of eyeballs. One, you're going to do the strategic pre-marketing strategy. You're going to do the multiple listing MLS coming soon status, and you're going to have Zillow exposure. All that is going to get you eyeballs to get your foot traffic to get your home sold guaranteed, faster than the average realtor. But get this, there's these new rules, right? And you have to have a proper coming soon strategy that follows these rules. Here's the essential components. Write these down, very important. And I've also have a guide down below that has these components in the guide. You can download it for free. Just click below. Number one, you must have the MLS coming soon status. We talked about this. We list your property in the multiple listing with a coming soon status on day one of any public marketing. Public means what? Social media signs, anything, targeted emails. Most MLSs do allow the status for properties that aren't quite ready for showings but will be soon. Okay. Two, you have synchronized online presence. What this means is that because you list your home in the multiple listing first, your coming soon listing automatically then flows to Zillow and thousands of other major platforms, ensuring that you get this maximum eyeball exposure. Okay? Eyeball exposure is very important because they don't see it, they'll never come in the door. I'm talking about Realtor.com and Zillow, I said Zillow, but Redfin and all those other sites. It'll be on every website. It's called IDX. Number three, strategic pre-marketing window, I call it. Now in a seller's market, we typically use like a 7 or 10 day coming soon period on the multiple listing, giving it enough time to build anticipation without letting the excitement fizzle out. And then in a buyer's market, you need more time to build excitement. I like 30 days or 45 days, depending on the market. And if you have a realtor that's really good at what they do, they should know exactly how to do that. And if you need a realtor in your area, just let me know. I can refer you to a realtor anywhere in the United States. We have an awesome realtor referral network. Just click the link below. Number four, I call it careful timing of public marketing, making sure that any yard signs, social media posts, email campaigns, or any other public marketing happens after the multiple listing is active, or you will not see your home posted on Zillow, where there are over 60 million viewers monthly. Okay, very important. And number five, we call this showing start date. I call it showtime, and you coordinate that on usually on a Friday or Saturday. First showing is on a Friday or Saturday with a Sunday open house, and then offers in on Monday. That is the plan. Of course, you need to price your home well and do all that stuff. I got plenty of other videos about that. But I want to share with you a real example and show you some pictures. My client, Janine, she was in the market with another realtor and was frustrated. They didn't sell, and she wanted top dollar. The realtor told her to do nothing in the house. And she was not going to give it away either. So she needed to do something different, right? Something different. So she called me, and I said, we need some time to complete some interior updates. So instead of waiting for everything was perfect, we created some professional photos of the exterior and completed interior spaces. We added to the property MLS with coming soon status. We were doing this while we're doing all the painting and stuff like that. We set a specific date when showings would begin. We used that window for strategic digital marketing and finishing touches. And we use Google Ads, determining the target market for the home, all the works, it got the works. And by the time her home was ready, we had already 37 scheduled appointments, received multiple offers by the offer deadline, which was Monday, 3 days after the first showing. And we sold it for $110,000 above the last realtor's asking price. So let me show you some pictures here. Photos of the home before we did the painting, and then updates after. So here's the exterior. It was this awful red. and we updated it to our new color, Iron Mountain, for exterior doors and for shutters. And then here's the before and after of the living room, where we got rid of the furniture, we finished the floors, things like that. And then the kitchen, we took out those pillars and we updated the pendant lighting. Of course, we painted. The whole house was completely painted. And the master bathroom, we did a new vanity, and we also updated the shower door, and of course we painted. So we did a lot of little things. But she needed time, like marketing time, to get exposure while we're doing all this fixing up for sale. So, and she got great results. So this revised approach now gives you the best of both worlds. You get marketing momentum coming soon while staying compliant with new industry standards. And most importantly, your property will be eligible to appear on Zillow. That's where the buyers start their search. 60 million every month. You got to be with them. You have to learn to love Zillow. Us realtors especially. That's for another video. So, why coming soon? Why is it still working if it has to be on the multiple listing? Everybody knows about it anyway. Why is that even important to put it on as coming soon? Well, there's a psychology behind coming soon. It works. It hasn't changed. People don't change. It's more powerful now than ever, especially when we're in a seller's market. Because when people know something desirable is coming, especially in a desirable neighborhood, they're not yet available, they want it. It's like, it creates what psychologists call anticipatory excitement. Same feeling you get when you're waiting for a vacation or a new iPhone release or tickets to a show or see your favorite band, something like that. The anticipation, it kind of triggers several, I think, powerful psychological effects. One, there's scarcity. The perception that something is limited or exclusive makes it more desirable. FOMO, of course, it got FOMO, fear of missing out. Nobody wants to miss out, especially, I feel like now more than ever, people are like, oh, I don't want to miss out. Well, it's a great opportunity, especially in real estate, because there's such low inventory right now. And 3, we have social proof. When people see others excited about something, what happens? They naturally become more interested themselves. Like when you put it up on Zillow and there's a lot of saves and views, I'm like, I like that too. I want to save and view it. The more you have, right? And another thing, 4, we have narrative engagement. When people come invested in your story about your home before it's even available, together with all these psychological triggers, and it creates this powerful momentum that can lead to faster sales and higher offers. It has been going on and it's getting more. I think it's exponential right now. Right now, it's crazy out there. But I see homes that are sitting on the market and sat on the market for months with the traditional listings that sell within days using the revised coming soon approach. So you take this sale listing, you revise it, new coming soon approach with a difference. It's not the property; it's how it was maybe even fixed up or looked at. Maybe they painted or something. How it was positioned in the minds of people. At the same time, keeping in compliance with these new industry standards. So it's a psychological thing. Okay, so here it is. How I promised you a step-by-step implementation of this coming soon pre-marketing strategy, exactly how to do it for your property. And this is not just with some kind of coming soon rider on your sign or some social media that has coming soon post on it. Much more than that. It's a skill. And driving of that skill, believe it or not, is the expertise of your agent's negotiation skills. That makes the biggest difference in this whole thing. And their marketing creativity as well. So, how do you start out? Well, one, you have to find an agent. And if you haven't found an agent yet, you can ask us, we can help you find one, or you can watch this video here I did about how to find an agent. Not just any agent, a great agent, a real deal agent like myself. So you want to make sure they're understanding also the rules that right now. You want someone who's professional, who's fully aware of all the policies and the NAR's clear cooperation requirements. They should have systems in place for proper coming soon marketing. Make sure they are not going to market your home as an office exclusive, or Zillow will not put your listing on Zillow. And if you hire a Compass realtor or any other realtor who does not comply with this rule, it's going to be a problem. Do not let them choose that option for you, because you will never be on Zillow. So now we have the second step, the pre-listing preparation. We've got to prepare for this. So before you enter into the coming soon phase, you have to have a complete pre-listing inspection. Home inspection, yes, and begin addressing any issues. Start exterior preparation so you can get the exterior photos and staging first. That's the first visible photos people will see. Initial photos, people see the outside. You can use just outside photos for coming soon. Get all the exteriors stuff, all the issues outside completed so we can post the outside videos and photos with captivating copy to attract your target market. And step 3, I call it seller's pre-marketing. You as a seller can do anything you want. You can tell anybody you want. You can post your home up on Facebook on your own. It's your home. I can't do it for you. We prepared a copy of a letter that we have you send out. We send it out for you. A letter to your neighbors, to address your neighbors, and we even provide the stamp. You can do this before it goes on the MLS. You can let them know your home is coming on the market. Maybe they know somebody. 25% of the time, somebody in your neighborhood does find the buyer for you. They know somebody who wants to move into your neighborhood. Next step, we call it the MLS coming soon listing. Day 1, of your agent enters the property into multiple listing with the coming soon status. It's critical. It must happen before any public marketing begins. I said that a couple times. Very important. It should include professional exterior photos and some drone photos. Basic property details that are compelling. The exact date when the showings will begin, and any special features that make your home stand out. All that stuff needs to be on there. And then the next step, step 5, Zillow and portal distribution, we call it. Once it's in the MLS, the listing will automatically flow to all these sites, Zillow, Realtor.com, and any portals through the IDX feeds that ensures you maintain eligibility for these crucial platforms. So you make sure you have that. And then you have step 6 is the public marketing launch. After the MLS listing, only after you've done that in the active and MLS with the coming soon status, then place a sign on your lawn. Send mailings to the community. That can be done by the realtor. You can do it ahead of time as the seller. Launch social media announcements. Begin email marketing campaigns. You can create targeted digital advertisements. That's all the things that your realtor should be doing. And then the next step, 7, you get the interior prepared. Painting, all the things that you're doing while the coming soon marketing builds this excitement, and you complete these remaining interior preparations. You can, whatever, that you decide on with your agent. I did a great video on low-cost fix-ups that generate thousands of dollars. You can check it out here. Also, I'll provide the link below. And then step 8, professional interior photography. Get the photographer in here 2 to 3 days before going live. What we do is we get the professional photos taken of your beautifully prepared interior, especially with all the things we have you do. And then we add it to the existing marketing already done. And then we have staging for photos, and we teach the seller how to stage. We do that for photos and how we stage for showings. 2 different ways to stage your house. And I have a complete list of how you can download. How to stage your home for photos versus staging your home for showings. You definitely want to see that one below. And step 9, feedback collection. This is so important. This is the part should be number 1. But because during this coming soon period, your agent, someone like myself, what I do, I analyze the feedback. I talk to all the agents of the buyers that are coming through. I know the valuable. I get lots of valuable insights when you're talking to the agents. And then the next step, I think we're at 10, status update to active. Move it to active. When your home is ready for showings, your agent updates the MLS status from coming soon to active, makes your property available for appointments. This is when all the agents come in, and what I'm saying here at this time, do not have restrictions on showings. Like your agent has to be there, or only, only going to show from 3 to 5 Monday through Thursday and Friday, like something like that. Don't do that. That'll hurt you. Also, let showings overlap. Create more FOMO. Create more excitement. More people, more showings. it does work. And they're used to it. Buyers are used to it today. Now, after 5 years of all this craziness, buyers know they have to come to the plate here. And step 11, showing is scheduling. So instead of allowing immediate showings, what we do is we consider showing, like all initial showings within a concentrated 3-day period. You can do that too. And number 11, how we schedule the showings. It's a strategy. Just you start it on a Friday and you have like a 2 to 3 day window, and people can just come in, they know it's then. Like, don't expect to come in on Monday or Tuesday and have a showing. That's not going to be available. Buyers need to know that. So you got to create that. It creates competition and feeling of an event more than just showing. Now, you may want to allow offers to come in. If someone might give you something over the top, like $800,000 listing, give you $1 million. We're going to take that. So leave that option available. That's why you really need to talk to every single agent who sets up a showing and find out what part of the buying process the buyer is in, and how many offers have they lost out on. What are the chances of the 37 showings? How many people are actually looking to buy right now? You want to know, because the agents will spill the beans. They'll tell you everything. They just all want is a commission check. They want to move on and get another client. You might love their client and want to work for them, but that's bottom line. It's hard work, showing houses and missing out on 6, 7, 8 homes. They wanted it to be over, so they'll tell you everything. So ask all kinds of questions. If you leave this step out, you're just wasting your time with this coming soon. That's the most important part. Your agent needs to have the expertise and have this built into their marketing plan. And if they don't have it, just move on. Find another person. Very important. And I think that makes this approach powerful. It kind of aligns with how buyers are actually shop for homes today, and also follows the new guidelines. Most buyers begin their search online months before they're ready to purchase. It's a fact. 180 days, actually. And the coming soon strategy will ensure your property is on their radar from the earliest moment as possible, obviously, to when you put it on there. Then they know. Gives them 7 to 14 days. Drive by and think, wow, am I ready and financially ready to throw an offer in and get this house and compete with this? All this we talked about does keep you eligible for Zillow exposure, which is great. So there are some mistakes you might make. There's some common mistakes to avoid with this coming soon thing, because you have to know what they are. Because if you're not working with an agent who understands all this, at least you'll know and you can tell them. Have them watch this video. So with the new rules, there are several critical pitfalls. Okay, it can just ruin this whole thing. I find people make this mistake. First mistake they make is they market it before the MLS listing, and that's a cardinal sin, right? Coming soon. So if you place a sign, post it to social media, or send emails before your listing hits the MLS, they're banned. It's happening all over. First rule of thumb. Even though I'm talking about this and said it 3 times, it still happens. And they know the rule. Or 2, they're using outdated coming soon practices. Some agents are still using ineffective coming soon strategy. Make sure their agent's up to date with the latest rules and best practices. I talked about it earlier. Make sure they watch this video. Third mistake, excessive coming soon periods. While the MLS may allow 30 plus days in the coming soon, put your status there. I say 7 to 20 days, longer for buyer's market. It depends on the market. Make sure your agent understands how to do it and what the ideal timing is for your home. The next mistake is poor quality initial photography. It'll just mess up your whole listing. Like, usually that's exterior photos, and the marketing materials need to have to generate interest, right? They need to generate interest. You want to invest in a professional photographer, day one, drone photography, not just anyone with a drone, someone who's effective with, who has amazing photography software to doctor up all the photos to enhance viewing. I've been working with my same photographer for years. It's hard to find that. I had to train that person, what angle to take it from. And I taught them. And another mistake is inconsistent messaging across the platforms. Better watch out for that. So make sure your coming soon message is consistent across Zillow and MLS and yard signs and social media, Instagram, Facebook, all marketing materials, including the exact date showings will begin, when offers will be accepted, all the different paraphernalia. We use the Google Docs. We just stick a link in there. The agents can then, and the buyers can look at all the stuff and they know everything, pre-marketing inspection, the utilities, all the different things right before. So these mistakes can not only reduce the effectiveness of your coming soon strategy, but could permanently impact your property's visibility on all the major platforms. So make sure you're working with an agent who understands these new landscape. More important than ever. Come on, guys. So what are some of the coming soon studies that I've done that I know this works? Now, I do it for all my listings. Oh my gosh. I could speak here for hours and hours telling you all the different stories, but I have 3 I can share with you right now. The first story, a family home, past client called me to sell his father's home who just passed away. He lived in a suburban home basically for about 15 years, but we needed time to declutter and paint. And we gave them their list, and they had our contractors get in there, and all these things were happening. But using the MLS Coming Soon status, we used it for 10 days. We generated 33 showing requests scheduled for the first week in availability. It's amazing. We made the offer deadline 6 o'clock Monday. We had so many offers on it. We just said, you know what? 10 offers I think we had. We're going to change the deadline to 12 p.m. Everybody came in. We got $30,000 over asking price for this house, which was actually almost $100,000 if they had done nothing. That's all the updates we told them to do. So it does work when you pre-market it. I also had the second case that I did was this recently a luxury property, 1.5 million luxury home. We used 14 days for this one. We targeted digital ads. We had drone photography, drone videos. We had all different kinds of cool stuff. The first day on the market, we offered broker previews before buyers viewing. And one of the brokers had a buyer. We had it a few days on the market, and boom, $100,000 over asking price, $1.6 million. And we did that deal right at the open house because the buyers said, just give it to me, and we went for it. And the third case study, which I do a lot of, is fixer-uppers. I had this dated home in Glenside. It was a total rehab, actually, and you couldn't even see the home from the trees in front of the home. And we did the coming soon, and we just targeted investors and renovation-minded buyers who really were like contractors. And we found the right audience was doing a 7-day. It was 7 days for investors. We secured a cash offer, $100,000 over asking. So I can go on and on because the data speaks for itself. Homes using revised coming soon strategies sell 31% faster than average. 65% receive multiple offers compared to 22% with traditional listings. And the final sale price averages 3 to 5% higher relative to comparable properties. I think it's even more for me because of everything that I do. I'm at the next level of next level. But these results are from the new coming soon approach. They call it new, but I've been doing it for years. But now we're adding these 3 things to get eyeballs. I think it works in any market condition. Hot market to buyer market. If it's challenging buyer's market, it's even more so. It's all about your realtor skill of creating that initial surge of interest and competition, negotiating skills, and maintaining compliance, of course, with these new rules. So you might say, well, there are some objections people are saying, some of my sellers are saying to me. Well, first objection people are saying about these new Zillow policies, well, is coming soon even worth it? And I say, absolutely, it's worth it. I've been doing it for years. It's my strategy. It's incredible. It's if you do it right? If you do it right. Do it wrong, it's not worth anything. You have to ensure the MLS listing happens first before any public marketing, and it's always that way. Second thing, objection, people say, does this mean I need to show my home before it's ready? No. MLS Coming Soon status specifically indicates that the property is not yet available for showings, and you still control when physical access begins. We never have a home that's completely ready when we're actually list the home. Anyway, so there you go. And a lot of people ask me, will Coming Soon now expose my listing to everyone too soon? No. That's why, well, if you have the wrong realtor, doesn't know what they're doing, yes. But a good realtor will know exactly when the coming soon property time should be, and do it properly, and where it can create anticipation without premature exposure. It should be adjusted. It depends on what kind of market you're in, seller's market, buyer's market. Plus, when you hire a listing specialist like myself, all they do is work on listings. Someone like me, they know what is happening. Like, I know what's happening in my market way before any other of the agents do. Okay, and that's why you want to get an agent. I can refer you one as well. And another objection I've been hearing is, can I still get feedback during coming soon? How does that work with the feedback? Yes, I talked about that earlier. Agents give you feedback. They'll talk the heck out of them. They'll tell you exactly what's going on. They want their buyer to get the house. And buyers can express interest. They call me directly. And they give you valuable insights of what's going on in the market, what people are thinking about. Negotiating starts then and there, during the coming soon. A time for your agent to start asking questions, finding out what town they're recoding from. Are they first-time move? Are they move-up buyers? Just find out. Get newsy. Very newsy. So these are all valid concerns, guys. When industry changes, things have to change. You need to change with the times. So just choose the right. So ideally, choose the right agent from the start, right? With the new policies, you got to make sure you get a right agent, and that's why I can help you with that. Some of the questions to ask about the coming soon during this interview process when you're hiring an agent is, one, are you familiar with the Zillow's new policies regarding coming soon? Ooh, they say, what's that? Don't hire them. But how have you adapted to the coming soon strategy? Or can you show me examples of coming soon campaigns that you run since the policy changes and the results they produce? Show me some results. Show, don't tell. Have them show, don't tell. Really important. What is your process for ensuring my property remains eligible for Zillow exposure? Another question, does your MLS have a coming soon status option? How long does it allow properties to remain in that status? Another good question. What digital marketing do you implement during the coming soon period? And what percentage of your coming soon listings sell within the first week of going live for showings? And what are your negotiating skills? How good are you as a negotiator? All those things. The answers to these questions, I kind of think that they'll quickly reveal whether the agent really understands the new landscape or has adapted their strategies accordingly. So, bottom line, in this complex real estate environment right now, you need an agent who understands not only the traditional real estate, but the nuances of this new digital marketing, consumer psychology, and the ever-changing industry standards. So, there you have it. Coming soon strategy revised. Recap. Coming soon strategy 1 is effective if you do it right and powerful. 2, all public marketing must happen after the property is listed in the multiple listing. 3, use the MLS coming soon status. Allows you to build anticipation while staying compliant. 4, you have the optimal coming soon period, 7 to 20 days, depends on the seller's market, maybe longer for buyer's market. And 5, make sure you're working with an agent who understands the new rules, critical, and who is a listing specialist. And remember my formula. Eyeballs equals foot traffic. 5 eyeballs plus foot traffic equals a guaranteed listing. Eyeballs include strategic pre-marketing, plus the MLS coming soon, plus Zillow. All that will get you lots of foot traffic and get your home sold. 26 days in a buyer's market, 2 hours in a seller's market. The coming soon strategy, it's all about maximizing exposure, right, through strategic marketing. Do it right, you get people lined outside your door. I love it. I have it all the time. You just want to create that atmosphere of competition, urgency among these buyers. You just need to, all these new things haven't killed our industry. It just really, have forced realtors to be more smarter, create value, provide value, and just about implementation. Agents who adapt quickly will give their sellers a massive advantage in any market. So if you're planning to sell your home, I strongly encourage you to find a real estate professional who understands and implements all this stuff. And I can find you one, or I can be your agent if you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Now, I'm filling around the suburbs area because the final price or sale price, and it could be much higher with the better agent. And if you want to make sure your home stands out to buyers without spending a fortune, don't miss my recommended video as what home repairs will your home sell faster. It's right here. And it's packed with simple, low-cost fix-ups and get a big impact. Don't forget to watch it and give you top dollar right now. Watch it.